This stinks, man. This absolutely stinks on ice. I just sat down here, vented to you guys for like 20 minutes, only to realize the camera wasn't on. You'd think after 10 years of making content, like I'd stop that shit. I'd stop the silly shit. But as always with the content game, there's good, there's bad, there's ugly, there's bacon, egg, and cheeses. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, toasted on everything, bagel every single time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, Milky Way, Northern Galaxy, Hemisphere, Western.
We are 1 week away, exactly 1 week away from the 2023 BDGE draft weekend.
And the thing we're most dialed in on, the thing we are most focused in on right now is the draft weekend. So for those of y'all that are unfamiliar with it, we do this thing every summer. We're at the end of August, which will be coming up this upcoming Friday. We have 11 subscribers fly out from all over the country. They fly to New York for the weekend. We get an Airbnb together. We do a fantasy football draft live in the office on Friday. We go back to the Airbnb Friday night and we host a nice party with my friends and all my family and everyone that flies out. And if they got any friends in the area, the BDGE employees, all that stuff. It's just a wholesome ass weekend.
So we're planning that out, planning how we're gonna get certain shots, what's the lighting gonna be, what type of footage do we want, how we're gonna film the confessionals there. It's a whole bunch of planning that goes into it.
Met with Noah, we're talking about filming everything for next weekend and all the party, the draft weekend, all that sort of stuff. It's exciting. It's gonna get me kind of back in my school element with just like filming Sony hype up stuff, editing on After Effects. It's gonna be exciting stuff. It should be a lot of fun.
Where like I would love y'all's help is trying to figure out exactly like how can we do like what exact content do you want to capture. I love the one with like, yo, who's gonna get, you know, the most play tonight, like who's gonna like, so it's like what are those content types that we can get that are short form, one, and then two, the filler footage for like party, the games, because I'm not gonna be there Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So like it's like what can we get, which I think there's a lot of opportunity. It's probably gonna have to do a mix where like you doing exactly the same shit that you used to do for your school, like
100%.
doing that. Like I think that would just be dope because I think when people see like a more cinematic level thing, they're kind of like, it's like switches up the game for them. It's like, yo, I didn't know BDGE could actually do that, you know?
It'd be tough.
So that's what I think I'm gonna need the most help on is figuring out what is the filler footage and then what is some of those short form content ideas that we can capture.
The biggest thing is gonna be we're gonna want. I think camera wise, you're set on the. We have the stable front. We're gonna probably have the two stable, the two mobile. I think we should have a phone too, like someone on a like.
Agree.
Someone should be whether it's Nick or whether it's someone.
Gimbal too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like we need someone on a vertical at all times, mobile, because we have this. We'll have this static vertical. That's fine.
Yeah.
That'll be for interviews for the TikTok side of things. But we're gonna want a vertical mobile for more filler footage for that short form stuff.
I agree.
Because someone just talking in front of a camera the entire time is not gonna be. That's not gonna keep the attention of people. You're gonna want that B-roll on the side. So if we can have someone like if you're just like walking around like talking to people or whatever, and you can get footage here, you can get footage there, or like a funny moment captured, and we can put it in as B-roll. That's gonna what we want. For the filler footage, I think a lot of it is gonna stem from probably the draft. Like when we're putting in a ton of B-roll, because there's gonna be a lot of people here, a lot of conversations are gonna be going on, which creates a lot of easy, simple, just quick put in and take out B-roll. And then we could also just capture a lot of like the hype moments of like I'm drafting this guy, like let's go when they get hyped, like we're drafting their guy and all that sort of stuff. I think it'd be a lot of the emotional grab because you want those emotional, you want the expressions, you want the faces. Like especially if I'm gonna do a hype up thing, like I'm gonna want that there because I need that for like
How many people do we need on cameras?
I feel like we're now at seeing like 3. I'm thinking
I think 3 is gonna be probably 3 to 4 are probably my like 2 biggest numbers. You don't want anything less than 3 though, because then we might be lacking. Because more footage can't hurt.
Do we need an extra like real set of hands behind the camera? Someone who really knows what they're doing? I don't have one.
Not really, no. I think
us
was good at security and cams though. My goal, to your point, is to kind of get some of those like a rack zoom of somebody like, yo, this is who I'm drafting and like stuff like that. So like that's why I don't think we're gonna need more hands. Like I'm not shooting just docu, but I think trying to figure out sticks, like who's on sticks, like tripod, who's on gimbal, and then what's static, like getting those figured out and like where in here that we need to place it, one, and then where at the studio, at the place.
It encapsulates everything we are as a brand. Like we like sports and we like fantasy and that stuff, but we're just as much of a lifestyle and as much of a family as we are sports content, you know? And I want to show that on camera, and we do that throughout the weekend. And it's my favorite piece of like marketing material, I guess you could say.
I'm excited to be partying with my boys next week. We're gonna be so trashed. We're gonna get disgusting. We're gonna have so many regrets that we make together.
Pulling off a live event is really fucking difficult. It is so difficult figuring out all the logistics, making sure everyone has a really good time, making sure nothing goes wrong. And things always go wrong throughout these weekends, but they're so fun because I'm just surrounded by the people that I love most in the world. And like, even if things go wrong, we figure out a way to make it fun, make sure everything ends up good.
We're gonna be making C4 mixed drinks for sure this weekend. It's gonna be electric, and it's also gonna be the death of me.
We got Nick's birthday party coming up though. Nick's turning, I think 18 this year. It's a big year for him. Gotta bring a cup to his party. We gotta bring some kind of fun cup. That's the theme. I don't exactly know what kind of cup I should bring. I was thinking a Pringles can. I thought that would be funny, but that's just like cardboard on the inside. And then I was thinking I should go really out there, something kind of fun, like a weird looking cup, maybe a cup with J-Mo's face on it, because he's so damn beautiful. Yeah, what if like we did like a spray bottle? Like if I was just like spraying Lysol, but it was beer all night, like just cribbing them up like that, maybe that would work. Someone might report me to like the FDA. We persist. Hear me out. So I'm trying to get technical. First we gotta clean out the gumption. So we're gonna have to get all this shit out. Then I'm thinking, what if I put a little hole in there, straw, and then can we like crazy glue like handles to it so I don't have to worry about balancing this thing of gumption the whole night?
How big is that?
Dude, I think it's pretty robust. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's not as big. If I could crazy glue a handle to it, that would be, and then a straw in there, I mean, that would be so elite. This is my project for next week.
Figuring out how to make gumption into a cup.
Yeah.
So really, really excited about the weekend, and we're preparing for it, making sure we got all the camera shots, making sure we got all the personnel, making sure we got any equipment, any games, any ideas, any creative, whatever going on. And Sexy's gonna be back actually. So Sexy will be back in America, I think, for a week or so, coming in Thursday. So he'll be with us throughout the entire weekend. So y'all will see him in next week's content, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm really excited for the draft weekend. It's always probably the funnest weekend of the summer every year for me, for hopefully for us, and everyone's gonna be there that's involved with the brand. So that's really fucking cool.
Life update, what's going on? I'm still working on the YouTube content weekly on the main BDGE page where you can check out my fantasy football videos there once every week, every Wednesday.
J-Mo's been throwing out YouTube videos, crushing it, which is big for me because I'm always looking for someone who can take some stuff off of my plate so that I can focus on higher level things. I can focus on how do we put the right pieces in place, you know, what products or services to focus on, things like that. So I've had a tough time finding someone who can really like step in, that I trust, that I know is going to bring it every single week with their video, that I know is personable and charismatic and good on camera. And you know, J-Mo just encapsulates that. So I'm excited to see how he progresses as an individual creator.
The feedback there has been phenomenal. Again, I'm hoping that can lead to me being full-time with BDGE eventually. Who knows? If you guys go check it out, that would help. Or if you guys go check it out and dislike it and comment that I suck, that'll get me off there real quick. The ball's in your court. Court. No pun intended.
You know, and you guys have embraced him, which I love to see, because a lot of times, you know, you put someone new on camera and everyone's chirping from the fucking bleachers. You know, we hear a lot of this, you know, they're making fun of his fucking eyebrows, or they're making fun of his mom, or they're making fun of this and that and the other thing. You guys have embraced him, and I appreciate the shit out of that. He's a beautiful person, hard to take him off the camera. You know, those lips just pop up and you're like, I'm giving this guy a thumbs up, never even heard a word that goes out of his damn mouth. That's realistically why I think he's bopping right now on the channel. But killing it, him and Gut got a little thing going on together. That didn't come out right. I just meant they're working together well. Okay, so just fucking relax.
Kind of weird. I'm not sure where you got that graphic from, but
Lick those lips.
Oh no, like I took that clip and I had and I airdropped it to my phone.
Okay.
From my phone because it was on Stat News.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I can change it to the regular.
I think with this
Whatever,
one,
it
I would
doesn't
just
sound that
keep it more consistent. I'd probably just type this out, or I don't know if you could really find a picture of this, so I think it'd be easier just like type this out and maybe have the background.
Are they going over my video?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about all the bad takes?
Yeah, they're like, the editing's perfect, just the person doing the content's terrible.
That's fair. The biggest thing we did this week was we met up with Nerd Sesh and did some trivia with them. Those dudes, if you haven't seen them, imagine Matt, but better. But way better. But extremely better. Respect to Matt, he is our best trivia player by far. But these dudes live, breathe, sleep trivia questions in any decade, any era, any time, any sport, it seems like. These guys do not miss a beat.
Those guys, man, Carson Logan, you know, they know their stuff, dog. They know their stuff. Everyone in the office is like, yeah, like it's really cool, like be around someone like knows that much stuff. I'm like, guys, I've been here all summer. I've been hanging out here all summer. You could have asked me all these things if you want to know who was winning Super Bowl MVPs in the 70s. I'm your guy. I've been here the whole time. They were a little starstruck, you know. I view those guys as my equals.
It was a fun collab with them. We split up into teams. Me and Nick worked with Logan. Matt and Tony worked with Sexy and Carson. Fun battle. We did end up tying. Don't worry. We're going to have them on our channel where you'll be seeing content with them as well where we can break that tiebreaker.
But no, a lot of fun to film with them. They're good dudes. Those videos will keep coming out, I'm sure, because we filmed a bunch of stuff. Later in the week on Wednesday, we had our little presentation for Nick. Kind of put together a little marketing plan.
Me, Matt, Tony, Gut, and a little bit of Sexy, even though he wasn't here, he's here virtually, presented to Nick a presentation of how we were going to launch our texting platform to BDGE followers, subscribers, fans, etc.
So to begin, we're saying we're getting everyone's phone number. And then I think the best thing to do is get from there. It's like, okay, we have your phone number. Now, in order to possibly be in the league, then we're going to text you this form. We can only get that if you have your phone number actually signed up.
Here's what Sunday would look like. We think before the early game slates, the 1 o'clock games will send out a start sit from everyone in the office. Post early games, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games before Sunday Night Football. We can send a recap of anything that happened, like a big injury, maybe a trade target, start sit recommendation, roast one of us, or just something, some highlight of the day entering Sunday Night Football.
We want to be a part of People's Football Sundays. Yeah. Like to kind of, this would be a really good chance to put our personality into things.
Tuesday is going to be kind of the waiver wire reminder and just kind of some of our favorites, any recommendations or advice along with just a friendly reminder. Wednesday, just text out, hey, the next 5, 10, how many other people or how much time we want to spend. Text us back with your questions, and this again provides value and doesn't really come at cost outside of time. Here's Photo Friday. Examples below.
Beautiful.
Wow, those suck.
That might get us like a legal.
We might have a case on our hands. We said that.
We're gonna schedule that for like 2 a.m.
I'm down.
I'm down to do it and then erase it. Like we know.
No, this is just like simple, like, whatever's going on in the office.
I like it.
Simply put.
I think the presentation went well. We got to find the right way to get that nailed down, but we got the basis going. On the serious side, we will be giving you each Sunday like start sits for the week when the season gets rolling, waiver wire recommendations, waiver wire reminders to start your flex spots on Thursday nights.
Me and JMO, you know, we kind of like trying to think, what would JMO say? What player comp would JMO say that we were this past week? Maybe like Mahomes and Kelsey this week. You know, we were just getting it done, getting in the lab. We were doing drafts while we were planning stuff out. Like, I'm on the clock, I gotta make a pick, but JMO's trying to tell me an idea.
You're on the clock.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, DJ Moore, we're lit.
No Terry? DJ Moore over Terry?
Fuck Terry. John Dotson better. John Dotson clears. Get it on the board. Just the facts.
I also wrote Jeopardy this week, which had a lot of controversial questions. But, you know, it's fine.
I got killed, absolutely killed in Guts Jeopardy game.
I'm a controversial guy. That's how we do it around here. Gotta keep it rolling. If there wasn't controversial questions in Guts trivia, then what are we doing? It's not a gut trivia then?
It was a weird one. I'm not sure I understood the categories.
It's gotta be controversial. It's fucking nothing. Gotta have some sketchy questions. Gotta have some vague answers.
He called Jeff Garcia and Terrell Owens a duo that took the league by storm. I think that's a little aggressive.
That is Jeff Garcia. Go. Undisputed. Top dog. You don't want none of it. It's fine.
This week in the Office vlog, I'm going to be comparing ourselves to SpongeBob characters. Not in our comparisons to trivia and how well we perform there, just personality type. First up, the boss man. You had to have seen this one coming, Mr. Krabs. I mean, he's money hungry. The last few weeks he's been asking us if we'd be willing to dock our pay and accept volunteer hours instead. None of us have really hopped on board with that, but he's pretty persistent about asking for work to just be for fun and volunteer hours. Nick, we're good, brother. We're all good on that. Kidding, unless.
I've locked in like my summer routine, my summer diet. I'm not actually on some JMO shit. Believe it or not, my lifestyle's completely changed over the last like 3-4 months because I'm so dialed in right now. Like we're really cooking and I don't want to fuck this up. So I've been going to bed at like 10 p.m. every night. And then I'm up by like 6 a.m. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, everything bagel toasted, pizza, like actually my diet every single day. It's got me going right now. We need it because we got a lot going on right now.
Next up, Gut. Patrick Starr, a little slow sometimes. Absolute wrecking ball, but a little slow. Not much more to go.
I ripped the mic off, broke the mic. It happens, just trying to pull it out so I could untangle the John, and it just unplugged the entire thing. So that was really cool. I've been living here again for 3 days straight because why not at this point? It's easier than just going back and forth to Philly. I slept here the past few days. J-Mo finally gave me a pillow, so that was cool. Slept here now 4 times, and the first time I got a pillow, so it's pretty sick. Upgrades. J-Mo left me when we were going to the gym. I was like, yo, what time we're going? He's like, 5:30. I'm like, all right, bet. Gets up at 5:30. Guess who's not fucking here? J-Mo. J-Mo was like, who's gonna move the boats? I am. So he got up at fucking 5 a.m. He was at the gym already. I was like, dude, lick my nads. Like, you could have at least told me. But it is what it is. It's fine. Fine. Still, brother, it's just that tension.
Matt's Karen. Not the most fun character in SpongeBob, I know. I'm sorry, Matt. But as far as just computing and always calculating the right answer, that's you. You're always on point with your thought process and being logical, taking emotions out of the game, and playing by the system that results in the best score.
Trivia, you guys have been saying, oh, I'm on the decline. I'm on the decline. The revenge tour has just begun. Y'all started sleeping on me. I'm still that guy. I've always been that guy. And y'all gonna see very soon. I don't know when these things are getting posted. Apparently we got trivias stacked in the cupboard like Pop-Tarts. That made no sense. I don't know what else you stack in the cupboard. I don't even know how you say that word. Yeah, but we just got them on deck, and my family's always got Pop-Tarts in the house, so it felt right. But eventually he's gonna get posted, and y'all gonna see. You're gonna remember the name Gumption. Y'all will see.
Tony is low-key Plankton. Tony's low-key little evil genius. I think about twice a week, Tony does this with some sarcastic plan in his mind, and that reminds me of Plankton when he's doing this and coming up with some evil plan.
Been in and out of the office all week. I've been looking at apartments. My life for this last week has just been apartments and underdog drafts. It's what I spend my entire time on my phone doing, just looking at apartments, flipping over to a drafts, taking Nick Chubb in the first, looking at more apartments, then flipping over, taking Jalen Waddle at the turn.
Me on the list. I wanted to give myself SpongeBob because SpongeBob's always seen as like the most innocent character, and I think I'm the most innocent guy in the office, but I didn't want to give myself the main character. I feel like, to be honest, I'm Gary, so I'm always smiling on camera. Like, a lot of times in the office, like, I'm just in my own corner with my headphones in, and they're all like talking, and they'll be like, Jamal, what do you think? And I'm like, I didn't even hear the conversation. Like, I was off doing my own thing. So kind of a SpongeBob Gary hybrid, but all around, I really think these are spot on comparisons.
With everyone who's participating in the draft weekend, we got them a surprise, and those came in the mail. I'm super excited to hand them out. The only problem is that I accidentally ordered them to the wrong address. I shipped them to Nick's old apartment rather than our office, so I gotta go retrieve those and, secure the bag. Otherwise, whoever lives there now is gonna be getting a fat surprise on their doors. I fucked up there. Definitely fucked up there. Gotta go fix that.
Football's back, which is just an exciting thing in general. I know it's only preseason, but just getting more pick'ems going, getting more underdog stuff going. It's exciting. Just ripping drafts now that we're getting closer. We're hearing more things unfold. All that sort of stuff is really exciting, and it gets me really amped for the football season to come. It's gonna be my first football season without playing football, so it's gonna be really fucking weird. Like, I'll actually be able to sit down on a Sunday and not have a meeting or practice.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun end to the summer here. Closing things out, and yeah, as always, love you guys, appreciate you guys, everyone who's always root for me, Team Gumption.
So I got bacon, egg, and cheeses to eat.
You're up.
And if you're watching this and you're going to be in the New York area next week, Friday, the 25th, you are cordially invited to come to the draft weekend. You just got to find the apartment that we're at. No one's going to tell you the address. You just got to find it on your own.